There we go. All right, it's Wednesday. You probably know that. So anyways, I use this service called GoDaddy to register my domain names like danieloverberger.com. I got a few others. And in the original package, when I purchased these domain, they gave me this free email account. I've been working with them for probably longer than a decade. And you think they would actually be happy about that and like treat you better as an old client. But at some point they decided that they didn't want to give me this free email account, which I had originally agreed to in our original deal, and that I would now have to pay for this an email account. And well, I was at the mercy of having to have an email account. So they won and I had to pay for the email account. So the email is now done through, I think it's Outlook on, by the download Outlook. It's a Microsoft, but I'm using it on a Mac, which is fine, except for the part that I have to pay for that now. But every time I get an email, when my laptop is open, I get this, it goes ding, this bell notification. And I've been searching on YouTube and I've been searching, Googling like how to turn it off. And they go say, go to file. And of course, I don't see where file is. I see file here, file there. So anyways, I was thinking, I always like have a workaround and like, how can I stop the bell notification? Because I don't want it to be while I'm teaching the yoga class to have this dinging going on. So I took my headphones and just plugged them in and left them on the ground. So that is a problem solved for today. So thank you so much for coming. We are going to do tonight the no push-ups class. So I'm going to scoot a little bit back, not too far back, because we're going to start with a breathing exercise, pranayama. There are many different forms of pranayama in the yoga tradition. And we're going to do, we haven't done it in a while, but we've done it before, alt nostril. And it starts with our right hand, and we're going to take the middle and the pointing finger down into the palm. This in itself, I can really feel this in my forearm. It's crazy. It's like hand-arm yoga. But anyways, we're going to take the knuckle on the pointing finger and put it in our third eye. But we are going to keep the elbow up. Nagaraja S. Pandey, this is thank him for this, because a lot of people do it like this. He's like, you're breathing in the same stuff that's going in your hand. So you want the elbow up, as I said. We're going to take these, the pinky and the finger right next door and close the left nostril. We're going to breathe in through the right. Then we're going to close the right nostril, so both are closed, and then we're going to open the left and breathe out to the left. Then we're breathing back in through the left. We're closing both and opening the right, breathing out through the right. Again, back in through the right. Closing both, open left, breathe out through the left. Back in through the left. Closing both, out through the right. In through the right. Closing both, open the left, breathing out through the left. And continuing. Just a little bit longer. All right, let's just bring the hands down for a moment and let the high of breathing run through the body. It's doing whatever it wants to do. It's nice that what oxygen can do for us. breathing, it's a trip that it's a thing, you know, how to breathe in a certain way to get a certain effect. We're going to intertwine the fingers and push the palms all the way together. And we're going to circle in the wrists. We're going to start our so-called traditional yogic breathing, which is breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. You can restrict the throat if you want the full ujjayi type breath. Otherwise, deep breathing in and out through the nose. And I have my core a little bit engaged. That happens naturally for me. You may wish to do that too. Just a little more in this one direction. Great, and then let's go the opposite direction. Sometimes going the opposite direction makes me feel weird, like, is that really the opposite? It seems like the same as the other. So I gotta really focus on that, which has made me stop breathing. So let's keep breathing. See, I messed up my circles. It's like that old adage, can you pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time? Sometimes. All right, back to center. Let's just take a moment, give ourselves a timeout. We're gonna reach the right arm all the way up, and we're gonna bring that arm down the back. We're gonna take the left hand and grab the elbow, pushing the head against the arm. The core is engaged and we're breathing in the nose. Great, let's do the other side. Left arm up and then down the back. And again, we grab the elbow. Head is pushing actively against the arm. You can feel that likely in the shoulder joint. And we're gonna breathe right here. Thank you for being here tonight. We'll let that down. I'm going to continue my scooting or scooching backwards. Not sure if those words mean the same thing or not, but I want you to be able to see my knees just a little bit. We're going to put the hands on the knees. We do this one a lot in the no push-up sequence. Straight spine to the crown of the head, which we will keep straight the entire time, and we're still breathing in and out through the nose. And we're going to draw a big circle on the ceiling. This is good for the digestion. I mean, so much of the yoga is geared towards digestion and kind of squeezing and moving the internal organs. I'm going to continue with this old one direction again, continuing here with the one direction at first. Great, and then the opposite direction, please. Continuing the breath, continuing to go the opposite direction. All right, back to center. We're going to put the right hand down right next to us, 6 inches out from the hip, fingers pointing away. We will keep the arm straight. Left palm is going to face the ceiling. And we're coming up and over. That's a good stretch. I feel that way low down the side today. We're going to breathe here. You could look up along the elbow to the ceiling. We're keeping both arms straight, and especially this reaching arm all the way through the side, nice and straight. Nice breathing in the nose. Excellent. Let's please do the other side. So left hand down, that arm will remain straight, right palm face to the ceiling, and then up and over, long straight line. Again, I feel that right here. That's nice. And we feel it in different places, you know. It can be a little bit specific, but it's more often than not, it's different person to person, because it's going to find your spot. Yoga is looking for your tight spot and your weakness, and it's going to kind of go there. So we need to be aware of what the body's doing and what the feedback loop is and all of that. So just a little more. Good. Back to center. Hands back on the knees. So we're going to lunge the low set of ribs forward, looking up, third eye-ish. And we're going to arch the back, looking down at the floor. It's quite a bit like cat-cow, but in the seated position. And we're moving and breathing, of course. Out breath is when you're looking at the floor. In breath is the looking up. We're going to continue. And please remember, anyone that wants more of a workout, you can do and we're going to keep doing this while I'm talking. I'm going to be doing a lot of reverse plank tonight. And anytime I do reverse plank, you're welcome to do up dog, down dog sequence, you know, from the plank, up dog, down dog. Otherwise, reverse plank, we don't do it often, so it might be nice to do that today. Just a little bit more here. Right, back to center. I'm going to put the legs out in front of me. Let's all do that. And we're going to do the first reverse plank. The fingers are pointing up towards the feet, and then we point the toes away from us, lifting the hips, looking up. You have the time to do the full vinyasa if you want. And then we're coming back down. Once down, we're bending the right leg with the right knee falling to the earth, leg in the front. Mr. Left will stay straight. We're going to grab the left toes. If we can, or use a belt or a strap or grab the shin. Don't bend the leg, keep the leg straight. Excellent. We're going to breathe in, reaching up. We're going to breathe out and folding down. We're also bringing the right shoulder down like we're squaring the chest to the earth, and over and over. Out breath on the downward fold. But next time that arm is up, we're going to stay up. We're going to look to the reaching hand. We continue breathing, though, even though we're stationary. And now we're going to keep a flat back, and we're going to stare straight forward in both hands. We can put the right hand grabbing the left wrist, or you can put both hands on the feet or both hands on the shin. And we're going to breathe here, staring straight forward, pulling the shoulder blades back and together, lengthening through the bottom of the left leg. Excellent. Let's come up so that we can switch sides. Right leg out, left sole in. So right on right again, and again, shin is fine. Holding a belt is fine. Toes is great. You want the legs straight. I said that. Let's come all the way back up on the in breath and all the way back down on the out breath. And we're going to continue the over and over. And again, next time you're up, we're going to stay up, looking to the reaching hand. We'll continue breathing here. Good, and then both hands approximately where the stationary hand was, as best as you can. Shin is fine, belt is fine, foot is fine. Shoulders back, staying visual straight forward, breathing in the nose. Excellent. Let's reverse plank again. You're welcome to vinyasa. Otherwise, fingers pointing towards the feet. We lift the hips, tighten the core, look up. And then all the way back down again. We are going to bring the soles of the feet together. For the cobbler, we're going to pull those feet in really tight. Left hand grabs the small toes, right hand on top. We're going to sit up tall, trying to put the shoulders on the wall behind us. Just imagine it's there if it's not there actively. And you could butterfly the legs if you like. You don't have to. If you're keeping the legs still, we are trying to have the knees come down to the earth. This might are clearly not there. And it's directions, not destinations. Excellent. Let's come to still with the legs if they were moving. We're going to put the elbows against those legs and keep the shoulder blades pulling together as best you can. It will restrict your movement, but it's better. And we're going to put the heart on the big toes, and we're going to do much breathing here. Good. Back up. You're welcome to vinyasa. Otherwise, reverse planking, fingers pointing towards the feet, toes pointing away, lifting the hips. Great. Back down again. We're going to cross the legs. You can cross them super gentle, or you can cross them however is comfortable for you. Hands on the shoulders, fingers down the front, thumbs down the back. You can go as slowly as you like, or whatever tempo you prefer. One side we turn to twist, breathing in, and then to the other side, breathing out. And whatever side seems tight to you, set it up so the out breath is on that side. You could also bring the arms up like cactus arms, or even all the way out. All the way out, it's a lot of leverage. So we're always being careful and listening to the body. Controlling the breath. All right, right hand on the left knee. Left hand can go right behind you on the ground, like out from the tail, or all the way around, grabbing the pocket of the leg or the foot. Keep the knee down if possible, because the grabbing of the knee makes it kind of want to come up. Do your best to keep it down. We're going to breathe here, lengthen up to the spine. And again, with most of the twists, we are looking at the wall. Excellent. All the way over, please, to the other side. Left hand grabs the right knee, right hand behind you, sitting up tall. And you're welcome to come around with the hand. So whatever you did on the other side, we will do something similar. Good. Back to center. This time we're going right to cat-cow. So we put the hands forward. We want the knees about 2 fists apart, so they probably have to come in a bit. And we do want the hips over the knees, shoulders over the wrists, the middle finger straight forward. We're going to drop the belly, looking up third eye, and then we're going to arch the back on the out breath and continuing. Going back to center, we look over the right shoulder, see the tail, and then over the left shoulder. And then we're coming back up. I'm going to be on the toes. If you got real big back bending, you can have the feet flat. And we're going to take the thumbs and put them into the low back. I like to sometimes push in there and dig in there a little bit with force. It's up to you. Otherwise, just gently in the low back. Elbows pull together and we look at the ceiling. If you want to put the fingers down on the heels, I would tighten the legs and lift the heart. And you see then why if the feet were flat, it would be further away. So it's up to your body. Just a few more breaths here in the camel. Great. Back down for a little more cat-cow. Excellent. We look over the right shoulder again. And then over to the other side. And we come back to center. And we're going to stand at the top of the mat. And I'm going to pretend this is the top of my mat here because I want to get you guys side view today. So take your time. But once at the top of the mat, we're going to step the left foot back to warrior number 2. The knee is over the ankle here. I made my stance a little longer, back foot 45 degrees. Hip is opening up. Let's do that self-adjustment. Right hand on the inside of the knee, pulling the left hip back. And then now we bring the arms out over the legs, pulling the core, dropping the shoulders, breathing in the nose. We are looking at the right hand. Good. Straighten the leg in the front. And we're going to reach out a bit for triangle. And right hand down. I'm going to just have the hand on the shin, left arm up. If you prefer, palms out is great. And as your fingers get down lower to the ground, make sure that the up hand is over the left shoulder, over the right shoulder, over the shin. So we are between the panes of glass and we are breathing. Good. Let's come back up. We are going to pivot. Right toes to 45, left toes. So you're facing out the back of the mat. Warrior 2 again by bending that leg in the front with the knee over the ankle. Less is okay. I prefer not more. And again, we drop the shoulders, we hold the core, we look at the left hand, breathing in the nose. Good. Straighten the leg in the front. We're doing triangle. We're reaching out a bit. And then left hand down, right arm up. We try to do what we did on the other side. We continue breathing either way. Good. Back up. We're pivoting again. Left toes 45, right toes out. Warrior two again, but just for a moment. We already done it, so it's familiar. We're going to convert this into extended side angle by taking the center of the right forearm on the leg near the knee, left arm up and over. We look along the elbow to the ceiling. So that's how far the arm should come back, then straight line through the side. Those of you that want to can put the right hand on the ground. If the right hand goes on the ground, we look forward. We're going to breathe here. Good. Back up. We'll straighten the right leg so that we can pivot. Right toes in, left toes out. Warrior two to the back of space now. Arms out. And then when you're ready, extended side angle on the other side. Forearm on the leg, right arm up and over. And whatever you did, if you put the hand down, you check the visual. So the arm should be out of the way if possible. And if the hand goes down, we're looking a bit forward. Great. Back up. We're just going to turn the right foot out. We're doing horse. So the toes are slightly splayed, a little bit less than maybe was before, but they're splayed outward. Legs are opening. And we're going to push the walls out today. We're going to breathe here. Core is engaged, breath in the nose. Excellent. Let's straight those legs. Return the toes straight forward. And if you're using a mat, you can always double check that the outside edges of your feet are about the same as the outside edges of your mat. We're going to reach straight up and then straight down, fingertips on the line the big toes have made. And maybe that's it. And that head drops down onto that same line, the crown of your head. Maybe the palms come down, maybe not. Elbows back to the legs. It's your choice. We're going to take several breaths right here. Let's come back up. We're going to reach out to the ends of the fingers. And then behind the back, we're going to intertwine those fingers. If you want release of tension in the upper back, push the palms together. If you're okay, I'm okay. We're going to come all the way down, forward folding again, lifting the arms up off the back. You can come all the way up and over or wherever your body says, hey, that's it. And all the way back up again. We're going to touch the ceiling. Then all the way down again. You can grab the shins, legs straight. You grab the ankles. You grab big toes and the peace fingers. No matter what you get a hold of, elbows away from the ears, crown of the head down, breathing in the nose. Let's stay down low, both hands over to the right, left shoulder under through. We're going to hold this longer than we normally do. So you're trying to bring the nose towards the shin, the crown of the head towards the top of the foot. And then please over to the other side. Right shoulder under and through. Good. Back up. And let's all step to the top of our mat. And you can move the feet around a little bit if you like. Good. We're going to do some balancing. We're going to start with tree, standing on the left foot. I'll grab the right ankle. You can hold it there. You push the foot against the leg, get in the lock, and you can also put the leg out in front. Hands to the heart or all the way up. Core is in. We're breathing in the nose, and we're finding our visual. I am staring at the camera on my laptop. Good. Let that down. Step it out a little bit. And we do tree on the right. Standing on the right, we're going to lift the left up there. Hands to the heart, your choice, and we try to do what we did on the other side. All right, let that down. Move around a little bit. We're going to stand again on the left. And we're going to lift the right leg up and grab the right knee with the right hand. So the right knee and right foot are pointing straight forward, just like the left foot. You could stay here. If you prefer to grab the big toe, extend the leg, go ahead. But you want to maintain standing tall on the left side, tall and straight, this whole side. I'm going to stay here breathing. Excellent. Let's open that leg out to the right as we look over the left shoulder. And back to center. Show me the bottom of your foot. And great. Let that down. Step it out a little bit. We're going to stand on the right foot and lift the left knee. Same stuff. You're welcome to grab the foot. So since I'm not grabbing the foot, I'm actually flexing the foot. So I'm just pulling my big toe towards the shin a little bit. We're going to open that leg out to the left as we look over the right shoulder. Great. Back to center. Show me the bottom of your foot again. Excellent. Let that down. We're going back to the left. This one is for my low back and yours too. We're going to grab the right ankle and reach the right knee straight down to the floor, trying to lengthen through the quad as if there's a foot down there. And then left arm up, core is engaged, and we breathe here. If you prefer to do a King Dancer, you are totally welcome to. Very nice. Let's do the other side of that. Standing on the right, lift that left, left down, peg legging, and then all the way up with the right hand. Very nice. Let that down. Feet the distance of the hips, toes slightly splayed. We are coming down into a squat. Elbows into the legs, lengthen up the back. We're going to take several breaths here. You're welcome to do the options of crow or headstand. Those are wicked, excellent poses. This has a few other therapeutic things going on, but they're all excellent. Good. Hands in prayer straight forward. We're coming all the way up to the ceiling, core in, and then back down, hands in prayer straight forward. And then all the way up again, and back down, hands in prayer straight forward. And then all the way up again one more time, and then back down. And we were coming to hands and knees again. You double up your mat under your knees if you like, knees about 2 fists apart. We're going to step the right foot to the top of the mat. You can put it up there further if you like. And we're starting with the arms in funnel, up like a funnel. And we're going to breathe here. Good. Let's take the left elbow outside of the right leg. Don't move the leg. Hands in prayer, pull into the chest, fingers to the face. You could stay here. You could roll back on the ball of the left foot. You could open the arms as long as the arms stay outside of the leg and the leg doesn't move. Right leg. All right. Let's switch the legs. Right knee back, left foot forward, arms back up again. We take several breaths here. We are letting the hips drop down. We are again lengthening through the quad like that standing pose. So if you don't feel that, and some people are real open here, they don't got to do anything, so don't worry about it. But I feel a little stretch here for a good percentage of us. So that foot in the front can go forward to lengthen the right quad. But then we twist again, right elbow outside of the left, left leg made of cement, not moving. Stay here, whatever you did on the other side, please, we do the same. Excellent. Let's switch the legs again. Right foot up to the top, arms straight up to the sky on this one. Take a few breaths here. And let's come down on the inside. So a lot of times I come down on the inside and it feels like my knee's going out even when I pull it against my leg. So I bring my foot out and you can see the movement of my leg. My foot's not in frame, but I bring the foot away from my hand about maybe an inch or a half inch and then kind of set up there so I can keep the knee mostly over the ankle. Because it's going to be different compared to the sides of your hips and the sides of your shoulders, and it's not like a one size fits all on that. Excellent. Let's switch to the other side. So left foot is up there. Arms straight up again. And then down again on the inside. And if you have to make an adjustment so that the knee stays over the ankle and the knee stays pulling against the shoulder, you're welcome to. Again, you can put the forearms down if I didn't say that on the other side, but most of y'all know that. Very nice. One more. I really need this one today. So we're turning the right hand in to feed to point towards the left, and then we're feeding the left arm through. This is the second of the poses that are referred to as the thread and needle. We're going to do both of them. It's kind of funny. And then down onto the shoulder and the side of the face, pushing the right hand against the mat. And I sometimes move the right hand out an inch so that the elbow stays more over the wrist. And a lot of people like to come around the back, grabbing the pocket of the leg. I like to push on the mat. Good. Back up. And we'll do the other side. So left hand turns in and then right arm through and coming down there, pushing against the mat or coming around the back if you prefer. So coming around the back, it's more into the shoulder. Pushing on the mat kind of stretches and pushes and twists the lower back a little more. Excellent. Back to center, and let's sit down. Once sitting down, we want both legs bent and the heels on the mat. We're going to do twists today in between the core work. So we're going to take the left elbow outside of the right leg, right hand behind you. We'll pull the shoulder back and gently look back. And then we're going all the way over to the other side, right elbow outside, gently looking back. And back to center, balancing on the tail. We lift the heels, shoulders back, breathing in the nose, looking at the feet. You're welcome to straighten the legs. You're welcome to bring the hands behind your head. We're doing 5. All right, heels back down, left elbow outside, getting that twist. And then to the other side. And back up, number 2. Your choice on how much of it you want to do. You want the legs straight? Great. Good. Heels down. We twist again. Left elbow outside. Right elbow outside. Back up for number 3. And heels down, we twist again, left elbow outside right leg. Right outside of left. Up again for number 4. Good, heels down, we twist again, left elbow outside. Right elbow outside left. Back up, one more time, last time. Very nice, hug the knees in. We're gonna lie back. And we're gonna do the, let's grab the shins first and pull them down and bring the nose up to the knees. And then we're gonna put the feet down flat. We're gonna do another pose that people call the thread the needle pose. We'll lift the right ankle up, bring it down the inside of the left leg. Right hand comes either just grabbing the underside of the leg or the shin. We're going to flex the feet and lay back and breathe here. We are trying to rotate the right knee forward. Good, unwrap all of that and let's do the other side. Left heel down the right, and then left hand feeds through, threading the needle, grabbing the shin or the underside of the leg. Relax the head and shoulders as best as you can into the mat. At least let them drop in that direction and we breathe here. Great. Both feet back down. We're going to do bridge. Feet on knees, 2 fists apart. Longest finger almost touches the heel. We lift the hips, tuck the shoulders, intertwine the fingers, push the arms down against the mat and the hips to the ceiling. I think I said you're welcome to do Urdhva. Can't remember. Sorry about that. Excellent, back down. So I'm going to do pretty typical upside down stuff. If you prefer, it's really nice to lay against the wall with your feet up the wall and just the arms out and just lay down with your feet up the wall. But I'm going to do plow and shoulder stand for those of you that want to come along and do that. So we're starting with plow, kicking the feet up and over the head, legs in the direction of straight. Hands can be on the back or intertwine fingers with the arms down on the ground. Several breaths here. And if your hands are not on the back, put them there now. Maybe bring the elbows in closer to the distance of the shoulders if they're not close to that already. And then bring the feet up. Heavy shoulders, heavy elbows. Breathing, looking at the feet, letting the internal organs drop down inside here, the opposite direction they're used to. We're going to stay here a little bit, just breathing, looking at the feet. And we bend the legs, bringing the knees down towards the ears. And we're going to roll into dead bug. Dead bug, knees are in the armpits, soles of the feet up to the sky, head down. You can stay still. You can rock around if you prefer. Excellent. Knees into the chest again. Like we have pencils, one on each knee pointed up to the ceiling. In tandem, they go together. We draw another circle on the ceiling. So many circles on the ceiling. Good. And then the opposite direction, please. Good. Back to center, arms out like a T. On the out breath, let the knees fall to the right as we look to the left, and I am taking my right hand, pushing the legs towards down. I'm going to breathe here. And let's come all the way back up to center and then over, please, to the other side. Great. Back to center. Hug the knees into your chest. Thank yourself for coming out. I am going to lead a 5-minute seated meditation. Of course, you're welcome to lay down for that. So if you're going to do the seated, I like sitting on a mat underneath the hips, the legs crossed. I'm going to set the timer to just be 5 minutes. With the legs crossed, or however you can sit comfortable is fine. Hands in the lap, either intertwined, fingers, thumbs touching, or hands on top of each other. Shoulders back, tight core. Let the chin hang slightly to the chest, and we're going to become aware of the body breathing itself. And you can do that even if you're taking a traditional laying down final rest. We're just going to stay here for about 5 minutes. I'm going to adjust the lighting. If you chose to lay down, you can stay laying down as long as you like. But if you want to finish out with us, you can roll up to a seated position. From sitting, we're going to bring the hands to the heart center as we always do, making fire. And like a big funnel reaching all the way up into the sky, we're going to take a breath into the nose as much as we can get. We're going to breathe in more through the mouth and even more. We're going to hold the breath, tighten the core, tighten the legs, lift the floor. And then we let everything out. You're living your dream, don't miss it. Namaste. It's DanielOverberger.com. You can find links to my Venmo and PayPal there, but everyone here probably knows that. And let me do a couple of things.